Hello and welcome to another new demo of Google Classroom. In this video we will learn how to easily transfer your Google Form from your personal Gmail address to your Gsuite School ID and create your form automatically. So let's get started, shall we? Firstly, what you have to do, teachers, is to open your forms of your personal Gmail address. The website is docs.google.com/forms/u/0/ and this is our personal Gmail address and these are all our forms, isn't it? Now we want to transfer a particular form to the school address. Now let's take this for an example. I am taking this social studies quiz which I have done last year. So click on it. It can be any, it can be your maths, science, arts, Hindi, Marathi, any subject. So click it. Now it has opened and we are still in the personal Gmail address. Now what do we have to do? We have to go to these three dots. Can you see here? These three dots over here. So click on it and come to add collaborators. Here. You can see this add collaborators. Click on it. Now you will get this dialog box where it is showing add editors. In this we have to type an email address. Whose email address? Your own email address of the school ID. So let's do it. So let's type the school email ID. Alright. So this is our school email ID. Then you get a place for message. So here you can write transferring to school ID. Transferring form to school email ID. Okay. Now you will see a notice here is showing a editor. That means you will be yourself, you will be the editor of this form, even in the school ID, and is already checked. Then next step is to click on send. Here you can notice here in the blue button send. Click on send. Now this form is showing a person added. Now this form has been transferred to the school ID as well. It will be in your Gmail ID also, and now it will also come to your school ID. So let's go to the school ID now. For that, over here, this is a school ID. Alright. How can we come from here? One way is to go through Google Classroom. Open the classroom. Go to the waffle over here, 9 dots, and click on forms. When you click on forms, then your school ID opens. Alright. Now next step is to open a blank quiz. So click on blank quiz. This is a blank quiz. Now we have to, next step is to import those questions. How do we do that? If you notice here down below, the tabs are down. Plus, import questions, add title, add image, add video, and add section. We have to click on add questions, import questions. So click on it. Then a dialog box will open, select form. Now we have transferred this, see it has come here. Social studies quiz. Right? So click on it. Then the select button will get highlighted. Click on the select button. It will show loading form for import. Now all the form questions have come here. So you have to select which one do you want. So you can select all, or if you want to eliminate one, so you can look which ones you want to eliminate and you can check accordingly. If you want everything, so you can keep on selected all. See, and then click on import questions. Notice here this button over here, purple color button, import questions. Number of questions have come here, 11. So click on import questions. Yes, see here. Now it has come, all your questions have come to the school ID. Done. So easy, isn't it? Now you just rename. Put the name of this quiz as social studies. According to your subject, you can put teachers. Quiz and put the date. 19/7/21. Now here also, look over here. This is the place where you have to, which will enable you to see the quiz easily. So we put the in your main forms. So you put the date first. Then you put the standard. Suppose 8th standard. So put 8th standard. And you put the social studies quiz. Alright. Same thing you can do down. You can put here social studies quiz and 8th standard. You may transfer this also to the beginning. However you want, you can rearrange it. But I prefer that you put it in the date first, the standard, and then the what subject are you teaching and what subject are you going to give quiz on. Now the next thing what you have to do is settings. This is very important. So go to now in this place, form description, you can give instructions to the students. How many minutes is the test, or what they have to do in the test, whether it's multiple choice or written one-line sentence or something. You can give your instructions over there in this over here. So this place is for instructions. Now we have given the instructions. For example, now let me put some instructions. Okay. This is a sample. You can give the instructions to students. Okay. And then we come to the settings part. Settings, for settings you go here, click on 3 dots, click on settings. Now under settings you get 3 options: general, presentation and quizzes. Let's look at general. In general you have to tick on collect emails. This setting is required to release grades manually. This is important, please check it. Then this option restrict to users in St. Francis Xavier School and its trusted organizations. This will come only in the school ID, and this is the most important thing, teachers, because it will enable only our school children to use the form. No other school, no other Gmail address will be able to access the school form and the exam. So this is very important. That's why I'm telling you to use the school ID. Please click on this and check on this. Secondly, click on limit to 1 response. Otherwise they will be able to do the exam again. So click on limit to 1 response. These 3 things are important under general. Then you come to presentation. Here only this one can be used if you are making sections. If you are making part A, part B, part C, then you click show progress bar. Then you get a small bar at the end of each page which will show you like this thing is completed. Otherwise it's not required. Secondly, here is the thing to confirmation message. You can write here your social studies test is submitted, or your arts or drawing or maths, Hindi, Marathi, you can write here. Then you come to quizzes. Quizzes, select this, make it a quiz. Now since we have already selected a template of quiz, so it is automatically checked up. Then come down under release grade. We click on later after manual review. This one, please don't click on this, because the grades will automatically go to the children immediately after the exam, and we will not be able to correct it manually. Now suppose you are having a subjective type of question, one line answer or big answers or calculations which need to be done and checked. Then for this you have to correct the paper, right? And then after correcting, then you can send it to the students back again after correcting. So for that you click on later after manual review. Then these all you can keep it checked, there's no problem. Miss questions, because we have already corrected the paper, so we are sending all the answers and all later on. Okay, so remember, make it a quiz, later after manual review, and miss questions. And in general, collect emails, restrict to users in St. Francis School, and limit to one response. Okay, now I'll tell you why we are using later after manual review. I'll show it to you. Now click on save. Please click on save. Now I'm opening another email with another form in which the test will already be given. For example, this test is already given last year, and now we have clicked on manual review. Now when you go to responses, see, questions are here, responses are here. Now you come to individual. There is summary, question, and individual. Click on individual. Here you can see left side all the email IDs. Okay, so you can check each and every student. Go to each, click on this email ID, then the form of that student will appear. Now suppose, for example, you have corrected all the papers or particular papers, how many papers you have corrected. Then you come here to this section called as release score. Click on release score. Then you get the option here to send the paper back to the student. For example, we are having a report day, or a particular day is selected to send back to the students. On this time you can send back the corrected paper. So you type over here corrected paper social studies. First unit test assessment. Then you check which forms are corrected. If all are corrected, then you can select all. Okay, and then send emails and release. When you click on send emails and release, then it will go to the students. Now see this showing a score released June 19th. So the corrected form has gone to the student's email ID. Then they can see the score. So I hope you have understood all this procedure, teachers. It's very easy, very simple. First, let me recap. Okay, open your personal email ID, go to your three dots, add collaborators, add your school ID, click on done, click on send. Alright, then open your form in your school ID, click on blank quiz, and then import. Import is here. Alright, you click on import, then you get the dialog box. Click on it, click select, and then import all your questions. Alright, I hope you have understood. Thank you.